Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Holder Hill Cabin in Broken Bow, and later on we're going to be discussing whether or not Oklahoma is in fact an outback. I'm Britt.
And I am Harley.
G'day, Harley. How you been? Good?
Good day.
G'day. Today's the perfect day to throw a few shrimps on the barbie.
It is absolutely not the perfect day to do anything
Outside.
So
what do you do on the indoors? Did you make some Alice Springs chicken?
Have we already discussed that we're pretty sure that Alice Springs chicken has nothing to do with Australia?
And neither does a bloomin' onion. So you've got me on the Outback thing, and probably during the news story, I'll be talking like this as well.
It's a distinct possibility.
But for now, it's time to go camping in a cabin.
Yes, the Holder Hill Cabin in southern Oklahoma. Dude, we've talked a lot of cabins.
Yes, we have. We're becoming the cabin. What? I'm trying to think. Did we decide that we're changing our name to the Cabin Boys podcast? Seriously. Broken, but we're loving. People are going to start to wonder, because there was a time when people thought we were on the payroll in Guthrie.
We have done a few Guthrie shows, and we have done a few Broken Bow shows.
We did around the southeast in 24 hours. We did a little journey down that way into the Broken Bro. We were a couple of broken bros after we got home, but so folks, we're not on the payroll. This is just a great place to stay.
With the amount of investment that has gone into the rental spaces in South Oklahoma,
dude,
is mind-boggling.
It's insane.
But the Holder Hill Cabin is really luxurious.
Okay.
And the views are ridiculous.
Dare you say, we don't like to throw out fancy words because we're not fancy. As a matter of fact, I think you're barefoot right now. I mean, if we're being completely honest. But dare we say picturesque?
We dare.
We do dare.
So this is a luxury farmhouse. It has panoramic windows all around, has high ceilings. The rooms all open up to patios. And, dude, it is decked out to the highest degree. Like, everything is super high-end hotel quality.
When you say decked out, I was going to say most cabins do have a deck.
Yes.
They are decked out.
But this one is decked out better than most. The bedroom has a king-size bed, luxury linens, plenty of storage, and again, more gorgeous outside views. Dude, you're going to wake up in this place and feel like you're in a dream.
It just, when you look at it, it kind of has this. It reminds me of, I don't know why, those old churches in like the small town. Just the way the way the pitch of the roof is. Mm-hmm. It's got. I love a good view. I like natural lighting as much as anybody. Mm-hmm. And they've got beautiful windows on the front of this thing. I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous.
And it's not just the front.
No, it's all
all the way around. Again, it is gorgeous. It's one of those things where you kind of have to see it to believe it. As far as continuing with the amenities,
right?
You have a huge soaker tub, walk-in shower. They have multiple big 55-inch flat screen TVs.
Yeah. With
DirecTV and Sunday Ticket already loaded. So, obviously, if you're going to be staying in a romantic getaway,
that's what you want.
Sunday Ticket is probably going to get you in trouble.
Ladies, we've got Sunday Ticket. Something tells me they don't say that on when they're pitching it to you.
They also have a huge outdoor TV. And if you want to still take advantage of the hot water and the outdoor TV, they have a hot tub outside.
Yes, they do, with a wraparound porch, dude.
I'm telling you, it's gorgeous.
Give me a break. I mean, literally, give me a break so I can go and hang out at the Holder Hill Cabin, please.
Beyond that, though, it has a full kitchen, fully equipped kitchen. It's not, like a toaster and a microwave. Right. A fully equipped kitchen. You could bug out to this place and be there forever if you brought enough supplies with you.
Dude, I'm looking at they've got a nice little, not a huge fire pit, just a nice little quaint seating area in the trees, man. That's the other thing. When I stay somewhere, I want to stay somewhere where I don't have a bunch of trees where I'm at. This is the perfect place to just run away to the woods, honestly.
It is. And while you're looking through those pictures, take a look at the kitchen. Like I said, it's fully equipped. It looks nicer than my kitchen by far.
Oh, I can tell you it looks nicer than mine because mine's got peanut butter and jelly stains on it because the kids don't know how to wipe their hands off. But yeah.
It's got a huge fireplace inside, but it also has a huge fireplace outside. It comes equipped with a washer and dryer. And it's right in the pines of Deer Ridge near Broken Bow Lake in Beavers Bend. Dude, it's gorgeous.
It's absolutely
from every angle.
Yeah. And we were talking windows. This thing literally, there was a beautiful shot of the living room. Mm-hmm. And there's some accent lighting on, which is just kind of there. But all of that natural light just floods in.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how many windows this has, but I'm personally shocked that it has all of the windows because this is Oklahoma, and between the wind and the crazy birds that decide to fly into things, I'm shocked that they can afford to keep all the windows in this place.
I feel like every time we do a cabin, we just gush about it like we're on the payroll, but count how many ways there are to chill at this place. You've got the hot tub, you've got a walk-in shower, you've got a bathtub. I mean, you've got all the every amenity. Now, I probably won't watch a lot of TV.
I wouldn't either.
I'm going to probably be outside for most of it.
Yeah.
But you name it, they've got it.
But I think more importantly, the way they brought in the outside, inside with all of the windows. Mm-hmm. This time of year where it's sweltering and you feel like you're going to melt, you can still enjoy the view with just the wall of windows with the air conditioner blowing at 65 degrees. And in the wintertime, you've got 2-3 fireplaces, a fire pit. I promise you, the snow falling in those trees.
Well, you'll forget about it. You'll forget about all of it.
We don't just cover any old cabin.
No, we don't.
And you have to really bring something extraordinary to the table. And I'm kind of the opinion that the windows in this place and the solitude are key. But dude, you're not far from, you can look at this place, you can be there looking around and feel like you're in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
But you're within walking distance of Hochatown there.
Yeah, and then kind of after that, it's literally, there's nothing more than, 12 minutes away?
Yeah, I mean, Hochatown State Park is a 9-minute walk.
Yeah.
Broken Bow Lake is a 3-minute drive. Beavers Bend Resort Park is 9-minute drive. The Forest Heritage Center Museum, 11-minute drive. Restaurants within 3 or 4 minute drive. Dude,
there's not a whole hell of a lot of reasons to say no to that. Other than the fact that I've seen a lot of horror movies with about cabins in the woods. This one looks like you're safe from being finding the Book of the Dead in the basement. I think you're in good shape here.
Yeah, I think if there were any graves on the site, they cleared the bodies out before they built.
Right, which would never disturb or disrupt the spirits, right?
Well, I mean, all the horror movies, it's the bodies being left there.
Yeah, the body.
What was the
Poltergeist,
where they just moved the gravestones.
Yeah, they built an entire housing development on Indian graves, and then they just moved them. They don't mind. We just moved them. So yeah, if you've moved the bodies. Heck, if you didn't move the bodies, I'd probably stay there.
Yeah, but if you are concerned about the body, well, you know what? I'll put it this way. They have a 4.85 out of 5 rating.
From the beyond. No, I'm kidding.
From Airbnb, which is an exceptional rating. But the 4.8, the 0.2 is probably because of the body disturbing.
Yeah.
But 157 reviews, that's huge. Pricing, I'm going to say you're paying for what you get.
The views,
$285 a night.
Dude.
But dude, How many hotels have you stayed in where it's $285 a night and you're like, this is a $69 hotel?
It's a $69 hotel, and the only person, and at least here for $285 a night, if the breakfast is bad, it's on you.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. No, but
if the cooking is bad after you stay a night here, you're only 3 minutes away from some really good restaurants.
Right. I mean, pizza might take, you have to wait a little while to go to get the pizza. But yeah, no. I mean, how do you miss? You can't, with 157 reviews, an average almost a 5-star, sign me up. No, really, sign me up.
If you want more information on the Holder Hill Cabin, we will include it in the show notes.
And coming up after the break, we're talking wallabies in Oklahoma. Well, you might have noticed last week we brought on a new sponsor, and it's a thing. It's Bravado Wireless.
Yeah, they are a home internet provider and cellular company that's based in eastern Oklahoma. And just to reference, like, we don't bring on a lot of sponsors for this show.
No, we don't. And if you are a sponsor of this show, you're homegrown, you're farm to table, you're right here in the state of Oklahoma.
We have very high standards for people to sponsor this show.
We do. We have about, 1 million of them.
I mean, honestly, for starters, you have to be an Oklahoma-based business.
Yes.
And you have to be good.
You have to be good.
We don't allow just... Trust me, we've had some offers.
Yes, we've had some offers from some really solid contenders.
Yeah, but they didn't meet some of our criteria.
How do you say no to $1 million? He laughs, but I'm serious.
I was not on the email thread where we got offered $1 million.
I forgot to forward that to you, but
Bravado is a local business, which again is one of the boxes that has to be ticked to be a sponsor on this show. They're all about building community, which again, I don't know if you've noticed a running theme on the OnlyinOKShow.
What?
But we are all about communities taking themselves to the next level. We're looking for the coolest places to go, the neatest people in Oklahoma, and I think Bravado fits that.
Well, and with Bravado, you're not dealing with big and personal national carriers. You're doing business with your neighbors. And again, buying local is just that. Buying local. Your money stays here, goes here. They do a ton of stuff with the community.
The thing about them doing live streaming of local events, I think, is huge. It's something that most communities in the state don't have that as an option. You don't hear about, the small town softball games or things of that nature. You have to actually be there, and your aunt and uncle who moved to Minnesota can't watch your games unless you're FaceTiming them, and then they can't share it, things of that nature. So the fact that they're putting up these local events on their website, live streaming them, hey, it's huge.
And we've talked about it before, and the same goes with wireless companies as it does with retailers. Walmart, Amazon, Target, Sprint, T-Mobile, Mint Mobile, and you name it. They aren't putting money back into your community.
Yeah, they don't care about your kids.
They don't care about your kids, and they don't care about your grandpa seeing the baseball game. Bravado Wireless does.
They do, and they've got locations all over the Southeast. So if you're in Idabel, Valiant, Hugo, McAllister, Muskogee, or Tahlequah, or anywhere near there, dude, do yourself a favor.
Absolutely. Well, contact a Bravado store to speak to a customer service rep. Make the bold move and switch today. Go to bravadowireless.com.
So, Brett, our news story from the Associated Press.
Actually, my name's Britt.
Britt.
Yes. Yes.
From the Associated Press. Search underway for missing pet wallaby in rural Oklahoma town.
What in the wandering wallabies going on here? A wallaby?
Yes, there is a search underway for a missing pet wallaby.
I feel like in
Blanchard, Oklahoma.
Blanchard?
The animal, which is similar to a kangaroo but smaller, escaped its backyard enclosure and is believed to be in some thick woods near the edge of town, said Diana Daniels, the city clerk in Blanchard.
That's where you're good luck finding it. Now you're in there, you know what I mean? It's like going into the Predator's backyard. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that wallabies have ever been compared to a predator before.
I mean, I was trying to think of, now we're in his turf. You're on the wallaby's turf now. Good luck. It's too hot to hunt a wallaby.
So Daniel said the animals are not typically aggressive, but might kick if it's cornered.
You
so
think?
It's probably not a good idea to try to catch it. Apparently, though, it is legal to own a wallaby in Oklahoma, but the animals have to be registered with the city.
We have some weird... Okay, so speaking of weird laws, you remember the law? It's illegal to kill a whale in the state of Oklahoma.
I think it's illegal to hunt whales.
Okay, hunt. What's the difference?
I think you can technically kill one. You just can't hunt it down.
Okay, unalive it. I don't know what are they doing with it. If you hunt it, what are you really doing with a whale if you hunt it? You're not capturing to put in your fish tank.
But it's Oklahoma. There are no whales.
Right, but I was looking at this made me think about it. Technically, it's a law against hunting endangered species. So whales are a part of that, are lumped into that. So all that was years thinking that it was just a silly law. It's just a law that prohibits you from hunting
endangered species.
Right.
So the wallaby's owner is Gil Gilbreth, and he uses it for petting zoos. And he said this animal is shy and a little skittish, but that he's probably out in tall grass, that they like tall grass, they can hide in it. Anyway, though, Gilbreth said he's still working to tame the animal, and as a result, he's going to be hard to catch when they find him.
They are very elusive, and much like a kangaroo, dude, they'll box the shit out of you.
I have no idea. You are the Crocodile Dundee of the show.
You've never watched seeing a wild animal in the wild?
If you're anywhere near Blanchard, I'd just say drive safe.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. I don't know how those things react to cars, but I don't think it's a good mix, a good combo. They probably are unfamiliar with the.
Not a good combo, and just keep your eyes on the swivel out there.
I'm sure the tip lines lit up with people seeing. Dude, I wonder how many times something like that is the reason that somebody saw the Dover Demon or the.
Oh yeah.
How many Bigfoot sightings are actually somebody's pet kangaroo that hopped out of the back of their truck?
You know, when we did travel oddities, we never thought about that. That's true.
If you want more information or have any tips on the wallabies in Blanchard, Oklahoma, we will include a link to the story in the show notes. Now, surprise, surprise, it's going on week 763. We still do not have a stinger for our listener feedback, but we do, in fact, have a lot of listener feedback.
A lot.
First and foremost, Brett, we have been cordially invited to Fort Sill in Lawton, Oklahoma to tour the base.
Yeah.
To go over their calendar of events.
Mm-hmm.
And probably get to drive a tank. We'll probably you and I will probably get to drive tanks around the base.
Yeah.
We haven't nailed down any of the details yet, but I'm thinking we're getting to drive tanks.
Yeah. It's all access.
And shoot those big cannon things.
And they're going to give us like some fatigues to wear.
You probably get all the stars.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have all of the stars.
We'll be the only 6-star generals.
No, there'll be 5 slots for each stars, but it'll just be 3 out of 5. We're a 3 out of 5-star general.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to doing that. We haven't nailed down the details yet, but we're super stoked to go down to Fort Sill and
heck yeah.
Check out the digs.
Cause a ruckus. No, we're not. We're not going to cause a ruckus.
No, we will be on our best behavior.
I'm going to have to learn how to walk down hallways.
Wear your camo dad shorts.
I don't have any. I used to have some in 2003. Come on.
We also had a little bit of feedback from Amanda Christopher. She commented on our intro when you asked me what my favorite way to eat watermelon was, and I said with my mouth. And she said, "High five, Harley."
Oh, man. There's a multitude of ways to eat watermelon, but not as clever as a dad joke.
Dude, I didn't plan that. It literally just came out of my mouth, and I was listening back, and you didn't respond.
It just came out of your mouth. See?
You just didn't respond.
Well, someone did.
Yes.
Someone caught it.
JW Racing reached out again in reference to last week's show.
JW Racing, who are you?
And said, another great show.
It's always, it's always good to hear from JW Racing 77 on Rumble.
Yes, on Rumble.
We're on Rumble.
We are on Rumble, but JW Racing, I think, only interacts with us on Rumble.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Which is, I'm all for it. And then lastly, we have a little bit of feedback from Sheila Boyles.
Hi, Sheila.
She says, the Only an OK show is funky sometimes, but always fun.
But you notice that she put capital F-U. We put the fun in funky.
I think that's what she was getting at.
I don't know.
But I think she may have just been around us when we were in a car without AC.
Well, here's the deal. There's that too, and it almost happened a couple weekends ago. They like to have fun. I think she's from down in the holler, southeastern Oklahoma too, because she knows our buddy David Clampett over at Hideaway.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we owe him we got to go Hideaway with Dave and company.
I love the cabin.
Yeah.
I just want to go down the slide.
That's it. I literally would all right, here's is this credit card? Yes, credit card. Go down the slide. Okay, see ya. What? You booked a week. I just wanted to go.
We're just going to keep coming back once a day to go down the slide.
Even if there's somebody here. Sorry, excuse me. Kids, could you hurry up?
We will get into so much trouble. Like, he'll be billing us for cleaning out the oil off of the inside of the slide.
Oh, because you got to.
We wanted to go faster.
It's like when Cousin Eddie, I think, didn't he grease up the slide and vacation, and Clark's like, no, I got this, and I would put some silicone spray on there just to see how fast we could go. Corkscrew that dude, man. He's got another one. Got another cool cabin. It's going to be it's got a suspension. I don't want to spoil it.
We'll get to it. But anyway, if you're listening to the show, you have a cool Air Force base, Army base, naval base. Are there naval bases in Oklahoma? I don't know.
No.
If you have a cool submarine or something that you want us to come check out.
Listen, real quick. If you're in the Navy and you're stationed in Oklahoma, you're so you want to see
that like the Antarctic base of
dude,
naval bases?
If you're in the Navy, you're in the branch of military that is primarily on a boat.
Dude,
and you're literally stationed at Lake Thunderbird?
Okay, hold on.
What? Can
we go back to the fact that Oklahoma has more miles of shoreline than any other state in the Union?
It does, but where are you gonna down periscope at a freaking I'm sorry. If you're in the Navy and you're stationed in Oklahoma,
you're at the port of Catoosa.
Right, you're at the port of Catoosa guarding the blue whale. Well, this has been the Only an OK show. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. P.S. I got a video incoming. We did the cocktail cruise on the river last Friday. Everything's done. I've just got to redo the voice over because I ran out of room where I should have done for everything just like this on OnlyinOKShow.com. I did it. It went too far, so I just got to redo it. That was fun.
Remember how we used to be good friends? I was just thinking
remember we used to push a basket
talk
together?
All the time, and we don't actually talk.
I didn't even. Because here's the thing. Everything now is like, what's for dinner? As long as it's local. You know what I mean? Like, where are we going? As long as it's local. You know, I've just heard it. You're the same way.
Oh, I 100% am. Like, it's got to be local. It's got to be made from scratch. It's
right.
Like, the tomatoes have to be grown in the lot across the street.
I mean, no one knows the pressure that they're under when we show up.
Oh,
they have no idea.
Yeah.
And if they made the cut, you'll find out about it next week.
But if they didn't make the cut, they never hear a word.
They never hear a word.
But they also never see us back.
But do you get any... But here's the thing about that, too. I thought about this. I used to be one of those that wouldn't send anything back, and I'm still that way, probably. Well, I am. If you send it back, is it really... are you setting a precedent for the restaurant moving forward? Honestly, when people complain about the food, does it do any good?
I don't know. I think I honestly don't know, and I think a lot of it is generational differences.
Yeah,
I feel like way too often, and you do it way more than me.
Okay,
but what's the number one thing? People order, and
I did that today.
When you get the glassy-eyed look in response to that question, you could just almost guarantee that it's not going to be a good.
Yeah.
But I have the same issue with just, hey, what's the nearest X?
Mm-hmm.
If you live in a town and you can't tell me the best place to get a waffle that isn't a McWaffle, then you have issues.
Well, and that's, we talk about that, but it's a real, we're not just, it's a real thing. We covered a pretty good swath of southeastern Oklahoma, and that was almost a thing.
I don't know how many miles we put in the car that weekend, but if we would have put the explicit, we're not eating anything out of a gas station or out of a fast food restaurant, we could have very, very easily starved to death.
Yeah, that's a gauntlet that I don't know that's not a hill you want to die on.
No, you take the wrong highway, and there's no, according to the locals, there's nothing to eat. I'm sorry, you cannot tell me that there is nothing to eat. That is it's not even a remote possibility.
Go ahead.
I might have to drive 20 minutes, but guess what? I've been behind the wheel for 20 hours. 20 minutes isn't going to kill me.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. Shopping hungry and looking for food when you're hungry, you're going to, it's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to end up settling for, just give me the McDouble, just anything it's something to wash it down with I wouldn't normally drink. I just don't understand.
So I'm not going to name names, because at one point in time they would have been considered an OnlyinOK restaurant.
You tell me off the air.
Go ahead. Since they sold out, that has gone downhill so dramatically. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we were out and about, and Amber says, "I'm thirsty." I'm like, okay. So we pull through the drive-thru because it's a drink. How hard can this be?
Right. How hard can it? Yeah, go ahead.
So we order 3 drinks. It's literally $10. One of the drinks was water.
There's no way it should. No.
One of the drinks was water and cost us $1.95. Now, here's the issue that I have.
That we charge you for the ice.
It was tap water. It was local tap water that tastes like it came from a mud puddle. It was clear.
Yeah.
But,
water around here don't taste good out of the tap.
You got to run it through a filter.
Yeah.
So.
A Berkey.
Yeah. So, but then the bigger issue was I ordered an unsweetened tea. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot serve tea to people when that tea has been sitting in that carafe for 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. You can't do it. It turns.
Yeah,
unless you're going to refrigerate it, which you don't, you have to replace that tea.
I can already taste what you tasted.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
So I ended up drinking tap water, and I paid $10 for the privilege. I'm sorry, but we're not to a point to where water costs $2.
Yeah. To further that point, I've drank drinks around these parts, and when the water is bad, the ice is bad, and also the soda is bad.
Yeah.
So the whole experience is, and when you get bad tea that's already made with, you're in luck with bad water.
So here's the thing. If you take a glass of tea, and you pour it into a clear glass with none of the ice, you should still be able to see through it. It shouldn't look like a cloud. It
shouldn't look like black coffee.
Right. And far too often, I'm getting served subpar tea. There are very few places where I can count on having... So, OnQ, for instance. I can count on getting a good glass of tea at OnQ.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty consistent.
My only issue with OnQ they switch out the tea about every 6 minutes.
Yeah,
so
you're waiting.
There's a 50-50 shot that you're not going to get a tea for 15 minutes because they're making it fresh. I'm fine with that. But do it in halves.
Yeah.
They take out all the unsweets.
Put a cup over it so you know you're screwed.
But they have 19 flavors of tea. You could have taken out half of the unsweets and left the other ones. I promise you the extra 3 minutes that it sits in that carafe
isn't going to make a difference.
Didn't kill it.
No. So and that's the thing. I understand wanting it to be fresh, but at the detriment of the consumer. Like, convenience store. I'm in. It's called a shit and get for a reason. I'm in, I'm out, I'm getting gas, I'm gone. I'm not going to wait. If you had tea where the leaves were from, I don't know, think if it was it's an Earl Grey tea. You know what I mean? Maybe I'd wait for it, but not in an OnQ. They do that stuff with coffee too, really bad.
Yeah.
I like to drink their coffee. They've got only two of the urns now. They've got all this automated stuff. And that happens 9 times out of 10. I'll go to pull the handle and it goes drip, drip, drip. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. And there's no sign of it going. And I feel like I've become the get off my lawn of like restaurants when I say this was better in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Hell, even the late 90s, early 2000s, most of these people still had their shit together.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And what is are we just trying to next? I mean,
honestly, I think, they sold to some conglomerate and they decided right away, hey, we can save 0.01 pennies per burger if we get this garbage frozen, like from the vault of frozen hamburger patties, wherever the hell all fast food chains get that from.
Well, it has gotten really bad about coming out with these burgers that are literally like, guys, we gotta come up with something new.
Yeah. Let's slather some nacho cheese and guacamole on it and call it the nacho cheeseburger.
I mean, they've got one now where it's nacho cheese with chips on top. I'm like,
yeah,
this isn't. I'm not making.
And that's the thing. They're trying to hide the subpar ingredients with ridiculous. That's why their most popular specialty burger comes back all the time. It's, a jalapeno burger with extra jalapenos and jalapeno cheese sauce on a jalapeno bun. Because if your face is burning off, then you can't taste the fact that that burger is basically beef jerky from the 1960s.
Any place worth their salt. Literally, heaven forbid be using just seasoning. Give me your favorite burger joint. You're not going to find a burger that's like the mushroom patty jalapeno hell. But you're not going to find at a legitimate restaurant, No. The pumpkin spicinator. Like, what?
Yeah. It's dipped in. And there was some comedian that had talked about that in, I want to say early 2000s, where they were talking about the hamburger that they rolled up in a burrito that was batter dipped and deep fried. And
oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, you cannot, you can, I guess, because you literally just get, every kid addicted to Skittles, and then, the only fruit they want comes in a rainbow package, and, the only chicken they want comes in the form of a dinosaur, or a perfect chicken nugget every time.
Indulge me. Corners.
Wrap it into pizza. Deep fried till it's golden brown. That was the one I was talking about. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if you have. There's a reason why when you go to the good taco food truck that they don't have 7,000 different options.
Yeah.
It's chicken, it's beef, it's carnitas, and it's on a damn corn tortilla. And
just one more. This ad will hurry up.
Yeah, there's no way any of this makes it to YouTube.
20 does.
5 ethnically troubling sauces. A kiddie pool of ranch. 10,000 beaks. A full pallet of hot sauce.
Oh, God. 5,000 wings.
A pallet of hot sauce. But honestly, that's the solution to serving shitty food. Well, we just batter dip it and deep fry it.
I mean, everybody's up their trash food game, and I'm all for kind of slumming it every now and again, maybe, but it's just nothing tastes good. It just doesn't taste.
And I think that's one of the curses, I think, of doing like the keto or the vegan, or not vegan, the keto or the carnivore diet. Like you're like hamburger patty. Oh my God. Is this what your hamburger patties taste like?
Right. Did you even season this?
Yeah. Like, this is spam. I'm pretty sure this is spam. If this is meat, it's spam.
Spam, for sure. I've never seen so many comments on a single post. 21 reactions. I don't know how many. I don't know how to count how many comments on the Shawnee. What's the best place for?
Yeah, that was killing me with the like 12 comments and 120 or 12 likes and 120 comments.
Oh yeah.
It is 163 comments and 21 likes.
It's crazy.
That people got to stop with the IHOP.
That is print it. People got to stop with the IHOP.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. This is a message to all people listening right now. If we ask for a good place to eat any meal, the answer is never McDonald's.
Never McDonald's. Never IHOP. IHOP's bitch.
IHOP is for drunk people, and McDonald's
and AI. AI likes IHOP.
It's for drunk people, and McDonald's is for kids.
But I'll tell you, some kids love some IHOP though. Back when
give your kids an option between McDonald's and IHOP, and they're going to scream McDonald's every time because they put an addictive substance in there that makes you crave for it nightly.
I mean, I don't know if they have the McChicken strips anymore. Right now, my kids like peanut butter and jelly and mac and cheese. I like some chicken strips too.
I follow a girl on YouTube.
Does she know that you follow her?
I hope she does
weird.
Carnivore recipes.
Yeah.
Dude, the shit she gets her kids to eat, like, I'm all for it. Good Lord. I couldn't get my kids to go near this food.
Really?
Yeah, like, I made my kids a meat-based snow cone. I'm like, what? How? How did you get them to eat that? Like,
yeah.
She's like, and for breakfast we had, and I'm like, no, you didn't. There's no way your kids ate that.
Your kids ate
and
liver.
then you'll see the kids in the back, and they're just like licking their fingers,
licking the blood off their fingers.
Like, what the hell is going on?
Like Liver King. I get my kids eat liver, and they eat. What does he eat? What else does he eat? Testicles? I don't know what else he eats.
Yeah, he eats
elk, fresh from the elk testicles. Elk testicles.
I'm all for incorporating that stuff in
elk testicles.
No,
okay,
organ meats into your regular meat. But I can't. You can't convince me to eat a liver or a heart just as like, yeah, we're having puma heart, and like, no, we're not.
I know, I mean, I might try it, but I got to put it on the grill, or the grill will knock that blue off just a little bit.
Why are you wearing sunglasses?
Man, because dude, it's hard out there. It's hard. The sun is hard. Does it bother you for me to wear sunglasses?
No. So
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's do
3,
it.
2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we're just...
Welcome to the show. We're singing.
But real quick, hang on. You follow a chick on YouTube that shares carnivore recipes.
Yes.
How many it's steak or it's...
No, I'm telling you, she makes... she made, what was it? Egg yolk mayonnaise the other day. She makes meat-based waffle cones. Like, dude, I'm telling you.
That's crazy, man.
She just announced that she's releasing a cookbook. Every time she's got every time she has a recipe on, I'm like, what? Like, how is that a thing? How do you, in awe. Like, yeah. I've probably made 2 of her recipes because I'm just intimidated by
the concept of just...
Yeah, like, how are you doing that?
Right, you were
thinking... But, dude, she legitimately ate a bowl of pork rinds in heavy cream. Like it was cereal.
What do you... I think at that point, you're just trying to prove something. It's like,
dude, I don't know. Look, I gotta buy... I'm looking for a new... I'm gonna get a Miata because, I'm 50 now, and 50-year-old dudes need a Miata and sunglasses.
Dude, why are you... I'm a 46.
While I'm wearing my Crocs.
Just because you're freaking inching
to the flat-billed hat like I'm 12.
Just because you're inching the freaking finish line doesn't mean I am. Next year's it, brother. This is it. Then it's 5-0, isn't it? Are you going to be 50 next year? No, but I'm asking honestly.
Yeah, I will be.
Get ready, everybody. He's going to be calling the cops because your yard's too tall. Calling the cops because the radio's too loud.
Called the cops on my kids the other day.
Because the radio's too loud?
Yeah. Will you go in there and tell them to turn that shit down?
They're in the shitter with that radio cranked all the way up.
Can we get the jaws of life on this bathroom door?
Can I ask you a serious question?
Is it going to lead to the intro of this show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel like... What do you feel going into 50? I know you're going to give me some...
Dude, I don't feel anything. It's like literally you has no impact on me at all.
You don't reflect?
You have more concern about my age than I do.
I'm just asking.
Like, I'm literally 3 years older than you. You think like there's like, oh man, he's 3 years older than me. He's been around the block. He knows I got to get some advice from him.
You got paid a penny a piece to freaking remove stumps from the ground.
It was 50 cents a piece, and I made good money doing that.
Let me guess, and you had to walk uphill and downhill to go do it.
It was one big ass hill. I'll take you out there sometime.
You know where it's at still?
Yeah.
Really?
You don't know where your childhood homes are?
I only have one. You know where all your homes are?
Yeah.
You can take me to the exact spot where they are.
Yeah.
Would you go knock on the door?
No.
And ask to look around?
No. I wouldn't get out of my car in some of the places.
Hey, how are you? I used to... freaking missing a finger. Oh, man. All right, you ready to do this thing?
3, 2, 1.
And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the whole...
Can you start over? Because you're...
Huh?
3, 2, 1.
And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the Holder Hill Cabin in Broken Bow. And later in the show, you notice how my voice changed? Did you notice? Because Oklahoma...
Why don't you just start the whole thing?
You want me to do the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.